Hello and welcome to the 12th and final series of Tuesday Tonic in the lockdown series. Those of you that have been coming from the beginning will appreciate that we started this way back at the end of March, at the beginning of lockdown, as a way to be able to journey together and for me to be able to perhaps offer some of my skills to be of some benefit for you during this time. And I hope it's helped. Certainly I would appreciate feedback, and I'd also like you to know that if you do want to go back over any of these series, which you may have found are progressive, then they can be accessed on YouTube on the channel Ceri Yoga Light, which is a good idea to subscribe to for when I do put up stuff in the future. So the subject today is compassion. Compassion for ourselves and compassion for others. And we're going to, as usual, use yoga and breathing as a way to access what that really means and how we can work with that in the body and then for the world around us. So if you'd like to start by sitting back in your chair, a hardback chair, and of course if you have your block or your blanket or your cushion, then placing that under your feet, and just take a moment to sit back, placing the hands gently on the legs, allowing the back to rest completely in the back of the chair. And if you'd like to drop your eyes down or close them, then do. And just take a moment to let the breathing slow down and steady. And as you let the breathing slow down, just let your mind wander over the past 3 or so months to the end of March when lockdown began, and take a moment to track your journey. It's not been easy. It's been met with many hurdles, many challenges. And notice how you've dealt with those challenges, how you've coped, who's been there to step in to help you, to be there for you. And what adversity you've overcome during this time. And then when you're ready, just bring your attention to the out breath. Paying particular attention to the end of the out breath. And see if you can pause before breathing in again. Then when you breathe in, notice how you fill the lungs. And perhaps pause at the top of the in-breath before you breathe out. And just allow this to run in a cycle with a pause between each in-breath and out-breath. And notice how that makes you feel. And then when you're ready, just gently, if you can, bringing your back away from the back of the chair and sitting upright. Feeling the feet firmly placed onto the block or the ground, feeling grounded. Feel that earth connection. And we'll just start by inhaling the arms, shoulder height, bending the elbows and bringing the hands to face forward, and exhale out the 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, you're either going to repeat that or you're going to take the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Taking the hands up and placing them onto the shoulders so the elbows are again level with the shoulder. You're going to exhale, turning one way, keeping facing forward. And then inhale the other. Stop. Just take the body forward if you're not already. Otherwise your elbows will knock onto the back of the chair. So sitting really forward now. Breathe in and exhale one way. Inhale the other. And continue in this way. A few more. And center and reach up with the arms and exhale the arms down, rolling those shoulders one way and then the other, and then take the arms up. Can you roll those arms backwards and forwards again? Make sure you're at the front of this chair to do this so you don't knock the back of the chair, and the other way. And then bring them back up. And can you do what I call the windmill, where you're going to separate them at the top, and one's going to go one way and one's going to go the other. They're going to meet back together again. See if you can do that. Quite tricky. And then can you do the other way? Split them, take it slow to start with till you get that feel of the rhythm, and then off you go. Okay, exhale and roll those shoulders. Okay, before we move into meditation, we're just going to do, it's a heart opening sequence, and you're going to just sit with the hands clasped behind you. So the hands can be clasped like this or like this, all right? And then the second time we're going to do it, I'm going to invite you to practice it in reverse prayer, which looks like this. Okay, but that can be a bit tricky, so even if you get there, that's great. Or if you want to repeat that, then that's absolutely fine, whatever works best for you. Okay, it's very straightforward. Grounded on your block or the floor, through the feet, feel that connection. Interlock those fingers behind you. You're going to breathe in, lifting up from the base of the spine, and exhale over to your right. As you do, let the arms come up to the other side as high as they can. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. Inhale, center. And over to the side. Inhale, center. exhale, inhale, center, inhale, forward and down, lifting the arms up behind you, inhale, up, and allow the head to roll back. Inhale, up, exhale, forward, inhale, up, exhale, back bend, inhale, head up, relax the arm down, place them on the legs and a couple of cat and cows. So you're going to inhale into cow, thrusting that chest, let the head roll back, and exhale back, let the head drop. Once more, inhale, exhale. Okay, so if you want to place your hands in reverse prayer, do, or repeat the same hand position as before. Inhale, lift up from the base of the spine to exhale down one side. Inhale, up, exhale to other, inhale, up, exhale right, inhale, and exhale, inhale. Okay, exhale, forward and down, inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, up and back. And hands onto the legs, cat and cow again. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming back to sitting, lifting up from the base of the spine, relaxing the shoulders down. I'm going to move into a meditation today. That's the main focus as opposed to a set breathing technique, although as you're aware, breathing is vitally important to how we are working, conscious breathing that is. You're going to place one hand on top of the other over what's called the heart center, which is right in the middle of your chest. Doesn't matter which hand is placed first, whichever naturally comes to you. And then can you place your thumbs together at the top so they're pointing up? And you can close your eyes at this point if you want to, or drop the eyes down just so there's no distractions. And just take a moment to feel grounded in your seat. So whilst you're aware that you're sitting upright, you really give all your weight into the pelvis, into the chair, and then let those feet feel connected to the ground. Feel that the shoulders are relaxed. And as you feel grounded here, becoming aware of your breathing, steadying the breath once again. And become aware of the heat beginning to build in your hands in the area of the heart center. Now this is an energetic center. Physically the heart's slightly to the left, but this is your energetic heart center. And let's say there are 4 attributes to the heart. Those being compassion, another being innate harmony or chaos in the midst of calm in the midst of chaos. Another is healing, which is otherwise known as love in action. And the 4th attribute is unconditional love. We're just going to look at the first one today, which is compassion. So as you hear that word, I'd like you to consider what that word means to you. And how you are compassionate, firstly, to yourself. How you look after yourself. How judgmental or not you are to yourself. And perhaps there's areas springing up where you are not perhaps as compassionate to yourself as you might be. Is there anywhere that could change? And if you identify any area, just send some love back to yourself and acceptance that it's okay where you are at right here, right now. And then I invite you to consider someone you may have recently been in conflict with, where there perhaps hasn't been much compassion, or you felt very angry with them. And I'd just like you to consider them for a moment. See if you can visualize that person. Maybe you haven't even met that person. Maybe the communication has been through social media. There's lots of arguments going on social media at the moment in various forums. But imagine that you can see that person. Imagine what they look like. Imagine their own hopes and fears as a person. Imagine their dreams. But imagine also what they may be afraid of. Imagine their own sorrow that they might have experienced in life. And try to imagine this heart space and how their body has formed around this heart space. And as you envisage this person, as you begin to acknowledge that they've suffered too in this world, just as you have, and feel pathos for them, see if you can start to send them some love and compassion, just as you did for yourself. Maybe you imagine this as a beam of light from your heart center to their heart center, sending them this love and compassion and acceptance for where they are right here, right now. None of us are perfect, and it's perfectly okay to not be perfect in this perfectly imperfect world. Okay, so can you withdraw that light or that energy to that person and just kind of make some kind of barrier? Imagine you're striking your hand down, so you're severing any energetic thread that may still be connected to that person, and bring that energy back into yourself, giving yourself some love again. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes. Welcome back. Okay. So, taking the arms up, lifting up from the base of the spine, zipping up that tummy so you're staying very centered and strong in your center. And you're just going to draw those hands back. It's as if you're drawing the wings of your back together, and let the head lift up and continue to breathe. Try not to let the bottom of the back bend. Keep that upright and steady, strong. You're just bending in the thoracic part of the back. Let the jaw be loose as that head rolls back. A couple more breaths. You keep exhaling the wings of the back together. And inhale, release. You're going to move into a forward fold, so you can either work your elbows resting on the thighs, or if you want to go deep and you know you can straighten those legs. You can either just walk the arms down, or you can inhale the arms up, lift up and exhale forward and down. and breathe. Can you have your hands, if they are resting on the floor or heading towards the floor, can they be palms face up in a position of surrender? And breathe. You can let the head drop. Deep breaths into anywhere you feel the restraint, the resistance. Breathe into that. Couple more breaths. Okay, you're either going to walk the hands back up or you're going to inhale the arms forward and up and exhale down, rolling those shoulders one way and then the other, and then take the hands behind the chair and take the chest forward and let the head roll back in, let the jaw be loose. And release. And you may remember in the meditation I asked you at the end to sever that energetic connection with that person. Here's the physical gesture for that. You're going to take your right arm across your heart center, so you're making a barrier, and then bring your other arm firmly against the forearm, and then you're going to exhale and draw that arm towards the body. And as you do that, feel the resistance in your arm and become aware of how the back is opening, the muscles in the back of the body, the intercostal muscles between the ribcage are having to work now. Breathe into them. Deep breaths. 2 more breaths. And release. A little roll in that shoulder. And then of course the other side. Take the arm across. The other arm is going to lock it. And exhale, draw it closer in to the body and breathe out through the back. Couple more breaths. Release. Great. Okay, so many weeks ago we held a beach ball. Who remembers this? Holding the beach ball in your hands above your head if you can. If this is where you get to with your beach ball, that's fine. Wherever you can get to hold your beach ball. And lift up from the base of that spine. Again, be very rooted in your seat. Lift up from the base of the spine, zipping up that tummy. Breathe into the floating ribs at the bottom of the rib cage. In other words, diaphragmatic breathing. Those of you that know that, what that means now, employ that. And you're going to exhale over to your right. Stay rooted in your left buttock. And breathe deeply, holding on to this beach ball above your head. Deep breaths. And inhale up with the arms and exhale over to the other side, now rooting through that right buttock, and breathe. Inhale up, exhale, arms out to the side and down, roll the chest. Okay, so we're going to look to a seated triangle and reverse triangle, sitting right at the front of your chair if you can, and taking the feet apart You're going to inhale the arms shoulder height, and then you're going to exhale, rib extending to your right, and then drop that hand down to the leg whilst reaching up with the other arm up to the sky. And if you can look up to that thumb, do so, and breathe. And inhale up, and of course over to the other side, so rib extending first, and then down, looking up to that raised arm, and breathe. And inhale up, and exhale the arms down. Okay, this time we're going to go for a reverse triangle. So you're going to inhale the arms up, turn to your one way, place your right hand on the thigh, take hold of the chair behind, and then you're going to exhale downwards towards the knee, and then when you're as low as you can go, you're going to twist the other way and breathe. And inhale up, and exhale to the other side. So you're taking the chest down towards the knee, and then seeing if you can twist it. And inhale up, exhale down. We're going to repeat that, but I'm inviting you to stand and do this now. So taking the feet quite wide, remember to draw an invisible line from the heel of the leading foot, and if it was to run a parallel line, it would fit to the arch of the foot behind. Lifting up from the base of the spine, rib extend, and then exhale, one arm down to the leg, tucking the chin and looking up to the raised arm if you can. If you're working from a seated position, just repeating it from seated. Deep breaths. Inhale up, change your feet. Exhale, down. Inhale up, hands on the hips. Just taking this hand down to here, this arm behind, and turn. Breathe. Inhale, hands back on the hips, turn the feet, twist, hand on the thigh, slide it down as this hand wraps behind the back, and breathe. Inhale up, and stepping feet together to sit down for a moment before resuming your day. So sitting back, closing the eyes, hands on the legs or where they're comfortable. Feel that feet connection with the ground. Become aware of your body, how it feels. Become aware of your breathing. Notice it slowing down. Drop the eyes. And just for a minute, mentally repeating to yourself, as you breathe in, I am loved. As you breathe out, I am love. Breathing in, you want to, gently open your eyes. Maybe just place your hands over your heart once again to acknowledge it. Take a deep breath. And then when you're ready, return to your day. It's been so good to do this, to share this experience with you. I really hope you found benefit from this, and please do feedback. May we all venture out of lockdown tentatively, respectfully, acknowledging that there are many different thoughts, feelings, fears and opinions and truths out there. May we all respect we have our own reasons for making the decisions we make, and the beauty of a free world is that we all are entitled to our own opinion. Let's make sure that's taken with respect. Okay. Take care, everyone. Love to you all. Namaste.